How y'all doing, everybody? So if you're looking to find love, you can go to www.cdbaby.com and type in what heaven is like when you're in love. This audiobook is for mainly women. And this audiobook, Elizabeth shares what being in love and in heaven is really like. It's really like. Go to www.cdbaby.com. And in this audiobook, Elizabeth shares what being in love and in heaven is really like. So it's a real good audiobook if you're looking to be inspired in your love life. What heaven is like when you're in love by Alicia Giancola. In this audiobook, Elizabeth shares what being in love and in heaven is really like. In this audiobook, Elizabeth shares what being in love and in heaven is really like. So if you're looking to be inspired in your love life, go to www.cdbaby.com and type in what heaven is like when you're in love. If you're looking to be inspired in your love life, go to www.cdbaby.com and type in what heaven is like when you're in love. And you can listen to a sample of that right here also. If you want to see the actual audiobook, you just go to the site, the website.
We became one because we were intertwined. Nothing could keep us apart. We'd take boat trips and go water rafting.
This is the audiobook
One
right
day,
here.
I invited him into the woods. It was just me and him. We were all alone. We looked at each other and started kissing immediately, even before talking. We were in love, deeply, passionately, and just head over heels crazy for one another. But the problem was, he loved the outside world. He liked riding his bike, going to many places, and visiting lots of people. I really liked this characteristic in him, but it pulled me away from him. It separated us, like Adam's sin separated him from God in the Garden of Eden. That's why it's so hard for people to find their true love on this earth. Sometimes I wonder if he loves me as much as I love him. I've met men that I loved before, but this was the first time I was actually in love. Sometimes I think he just steps out of heaven when I need him the most. Then he goes back to the place where God rests. This makes me question our love and relationship. With every moment and heartbeat, with every second of the day, I believe I'm falling more and more in love with him, and I can't imagine him not feeling the same way. I heard people talk about it, but until I started to experience it, I never really knew what it was like. I thought people were just being overly dramatic when they talked about being in love, because they just wanted people to believe that they had a wonderful relationship with their partner. But when I started to fall in love with him, I realized that what these people were saying was real. It's an amazing, incredible feeling you just can't live without. That's just the way you feel when you're in love. My soul aches and longs for his touch and his kisses all of the time, and I don't want to spend the rest of my life without this amazing man. He's wonderful. He's incredible, and he's all I need and want even right now. He makes my soul sing, and I love spending time with him. Now back to what I was saying earlier about us being in the woods. While we were alone, I started telling him a story. We were sitting on the ground under an oak tree. As he started to run his fingers through my hair, I started to tell him the story of what heaven was like. I closed my eyes as I began to envision heaven and what it was like. The first thing I said to him was, "Do you see us?" "See us where?" Joseph said. "Standing over there by those beautiful blossoming flowers. They come in many different variety of colors. Some are pink, some of them are yellow and blue, but all of them are beautiful." "Yes, I can see that," he responded. "Tell me more," he said. "I notice that you're on a bike, sort of like what you rode on Earth. You're going up a valley to visit people." "Okay, keep going." "You stop to glance at the beautiful streets that are paved with gold that the Bible talks about." "And what about us?" he says. Oh, we're happy and more in love than we've ever been. All right, he said. That's what I wanted to hear. In love and relationships regarding our soulmates, God leads us to the person He wants us to be with. But sometimes we choose to go our own way, like staying with a person we know doesn't really love us, or hooking up with someone just to be in a relationship. This isn't healthy because it kills our spirit and stops us from finding true love. I'm not saying you should run off and leave your partner. No, God forbid, especially if you're married. But if you're not happy with this person, you should reconsider the relationship. If I would have never left an unhappy marriage, I would have never found someone who makes me happy. The day was silent and stood still as I began to tell him all of the things I witnessed in heaven. Sarah, where are you? Wait a minute, Joseph said. What are you talking about? Sarah, where are you? I'm right here, Elizabeth. Oh, good. I've been looking all over for you. Let's go pick some flowers together. God forbid. What are you talking about, Sarah? We're in heaven. Why wouldn't the Lord allow us to pick flowers? I don't know. I was just saying, she replied. What else would you like to do? Take a ride to the beach? Let's go, I said. We both jumped in the car with the biggest smiles on our faces, and it wasn't just because heaven was a happy place, but because we really enjoyed each other's company as friends. When we got to the beach, it was unusually muggy and foggy. We saw a big castle, sort of like the ones here on Earth. From a distance, it looked like diamonds were shining from it. I especially wanted to go inside. You have to see this, I told Sarah, as I began calling her from the water where she was standing on the beach. What is it? Sarah asked me. I want to go inside, I told Sarah. I want to see what's inside. Wait a minute.